Cloudflare has acquired VoidZero, and we're going to be diving into all of that live here at JS Nation in Amsterdam. I mean,
this is sick.
Yeah, look at
This
this.
is wicked conference. Thousands of Europeans here. It's just excellent.
It's a great time.
Stoked to be here, but this is fun. Look at this set. We got multiple cams. Cam 1, Cam 2, Cam 1, Cam 2. Sorry for that edit, Randy. So, CJ Cam.
There's 3 cams, and we're in the same room. That's amazing. Yes, we're all getting to actually chat here.
Yeah, that's true.
So the big news, obviously, that we're going to be talking about, as we said up top, was that Cloudflare has acquired VoidZero, the creators of Void, Vite Plus, Vite, these things that we know and love.
Yeah.
And that's big news, even though they haven't acquired Vite itself. Vite is going to remain open source. It has its own team of collaborators.
Yeah, well, in fact, they've like put up a bunch of money towards the open source part, $1 million towards it, which is awesome. So don't run to the comments just yet. I feel good about Cloudflare, the company. What do you think? Like about them acquiring? I feel good about the future of Vite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, out of all the companies that could have acquired Vite, or not, they didn't acquire Vite. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah.
VoidZero. I mean, Cloudflare seems like the best bet to me. I have nothing but good vibes with Cloudflare personally because I host so much stuff there, and I tend to like all their stuff. So that's just me, though. You know.
Yes. So let's talk about why. Like why did they do this, and why is it exciting? So Vite. We're going to call it Vite. Everyone gets mad that they acquire Vite. We get it. It's a company called VoidZero, run by Evan You.
But they didn't acquire Vite.
They didn't.
Not the maintainers of Vite even, just the creator of it.
I think everybody understands that. But so we talked about Vite Plus a couple months ago, right? Vite Plus is this new CLI tool that allows you, that encompasses everything, right? You got your linting, your formatting, your building, all of that in one single CLI tool, which is fantastic. I've been using it myself for all of my projects going forward.
I was going to say, CJ, are you using Vite Plus?
I haven't yet. I tried it.
Yes.
But next project I probably will. Just because it scaffolds everything, right? Like you don't have to have a separate config file for everything. It's a single config. So it seems nice. I haven't tried it yet, but it seems nice.
Yes.
I'm also using Vite Plus for everything right now because it was fairly trivial to switch over. And any new projects, I'm just defaulting to that now.
The only thing I don't like is that when you do VP, what is it, new or whatever you use to scaffold the new project, there's no way to scaffold it in the current folder. It always creates a second folder.
Oh, okay.
But I'll log a bug for that.
For me, I'm still waiting on full Svelte support for this Oxlint and format stuff. It's coming and it's starting to come in here, but I'm still waiting on it, like to fully replace ESLint.
So let's talk about like why would Cloudflare even want this tooling? They could have slop forked it. They could have just made their own. They could have Cloudflare itself has gotten so much better since they integrated Vite into it. They have this awesome Cloudflare Vite plugin, which allows you to access your environmental variables inside of it. You don't have to fuss with Webpack bundling. You can just run TypeScript directly. It's gotten quite a bit better. And VoidZero themselves have kind of launched 2 things, right? They launched Vite Plus, which we talked about, and then they were working on this product called Void, which was a way to host or deploy applications, and it was entirely built on the Cloudflare stack.
Can we call Void a framework?
Yes. Yeah. Void was a framework. It was a JavaScript framework that had routing.
And still is. You're saying had, but it still is, right? Or
the thing is it was released private beta, and then they got acquired. And I don't know, but I doubt that they're actually going to release it because the thing was that it was all built on top of Cloudflare. But from asking them, it didn't seem like the idea was that you could just use this tool to deploy to your own Cloudflare.
Right.
It was that they were building their own cloud on top of Cloudflare.
Yeah.
Right? A Cloudflare.
The framework components, the routing, the DB stuff, I don't think that's going anywhere.
Well,
when they first told us about it and how integrated it was into Cloudflare, my first thought was they're going to be acquired by Cloudflare.
Right. I think both of you guys have called it.
Built
They're making
with
something
the
that
anticipation
Cloudflare wants.
Yeah.
Because now that Cloudflare has acquired them, they have everything. front end framework. You know, you can of course use Svelte or React or whatever, but also
Vue.
they have their own thing. Back end, you can use Vue. Yeah, I hear it worked with Vite. They got database, caching, key value, auth, images, video. Like we were talking before this, like what doesn't Cloudflare have now?
Yeah, they got queues.
Durable objects, real time.
Real-time.
Some of the stuff is like you have to do it the weird Cloudflare way.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of one-stop shop. I mentioned they don't have an like Auth platform. Like you can't host your users there. You still might be using something else. But
yeah, they have like Cloudflare Access, which is kind of like I use it as an auth thing to guard a lot of maps. It's more, I don't know, it's like kind of a mix between like Tailscale. You could certainly use it for your applications.
But you probably wouldn't.
But like, no, you're probably still reaching for like a better auth, something like that.
And better auth is cooked into Void.
Void
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they have tip to tail.
I was going to say,
all the pieces.
Is this tip to tail?
This
is
is
it
tip
a
to
one-stop
tail.
shop? Is it, what are some other
What's
ones?
the vegan tip to tail equivalent?
Yes.
Farm to table.
Oh,
From root
I
to
see what
leaf.
you mean.
Yes.
From root to leaf.
Yeah.
From root to leaf. Okay. They have all the pieces. And I think that's exciting because OpenAI, a couple weeks or last week, launched this thing called OpenAI Sites, which essentially is like, you can make a site and you can deploy, and it deploys to Cloudflare because Cloudflare has all the pieces. And now Cloudflare has tip to tail, all the pieces. It's a nice, tidy package that they can just hand over to an LLM and say like, build me something, deploy the thing, use my access. You don't have to like reach outside to any the sort of third-party service. And I think that like infrastructure is like the last thing that these LLM companies have not come for. And I don't know if they'll ever be able to come for it because it's a lot easier to like vibe code some software versus like scaling infrastructure across all the governments and countries of the world.
But you'd have to think that with the current way things are working, root to leaf, you would be able to use an LLM to say, build me a site with this stack, and it's got everything.
Yeah.
One-stop shop.
One-stop shop.
Tip to tail.
I think, that's the biggest sell is like, obviously, we've talked about before, it's vendor lock-in.
Yeah.
But that might be a good thing because they have everything you need. So like, you're not going to have to shop around. You're not going to have to find different libraries and try to integrate them.
Yeah.
You use the Void framework. You have access to all the infrastructure. I think for anybody that's already using Cloudflare, this seems like a no-brainer.
Yeah. And for people who don't even know what Cloudflare is, they just type in the box, make me a site.
I think the best analogy is like it's the new Vercel. Like Vercel made it easy to deploy backend apps.
Yeah.
And now Void with Cloudflare is doing the same thing, but on Cloudflare instead of on AWS.
Yeah.
So the other thing is that the Cloudflare has been working on their new CLI because Cloudflare CLI Wrangler, absolute dog. Like it's kind of hard to use, you know.
Yeah. If anybody was thinking that this episode was just a total Cloudflare love fest.
No,
I don't have a lot of love
I've got
for
things to
Wrangler.
say. And they know that because they've been working on a new CLI called CF that does everything in Cloudflare. So you don't have to, like with Wrangler, sometimes you have to like go to the GUI and select things, and then you got to go back to the thing. And then sometimes if you do something in the UI, but then you push something in your config file, it overwrites
your
that.
Biggest complaint. It happens every time. Yeah.
It's just like, no, that's a weird thing. And like who's better at writing CLIs than the Vite team, right? Vite has been such a blessing to the web development scene of just making this frustrating, hard stuff delightful and easy to use.
Yeah.
And like now I hope they do that to the Cloudflare CLI.
Cloudflare's got a crazy roster of talented people.
Yes.
Now. Holy cow. If you add Evan to that mix, like wow.
I mean,
they've been cooking.
It's a testament to good engineering too. Like for the past 4 years, whatever we've been saying, programming is dead, but you see big companies like this acquiring really talented engineers. Like we still need really talented engineers.
Yeah, we don't need the shitty ones like us, but they need the good ones.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know.
At least
to
less
me,
on notice here.
Yeah.
but it keeps me hopeful because I mean, Anthropic acquiring Bun and getting access to Jared Sumner, all the talent of the Bun team. So it's interesting to see. It's like they're saying one thing, it's going to replace developers, yet they're hiring developers and spending a lot of money to do it. So something to think about. I don't know.
It's food for thought.
Food for thought.
Yes. So the deal was announced in June 4th. Do we know anything about the deal?
No. I tried. I poked at a couple of them, but they did not spill the beans.
Yeah.
But luckily, I knew about this before a lot of the folks at Cloudflare knew about it, which was kind of exciting.
Yeah.
So
How did that happen?
Well, don't get anybody in trouble.
Yeah, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. No, I'm not revealing my sources. But yeah, that's good.
Nice.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
So
I'll just
you want
mention.
to wrap it up? Or
Yeah, I'll reiterate. So like Vite, Vitess, Rolldown, Oxy, Vite Plus, all of that still open source. They basically acquired some of the core maintainers that were working on it because they were hired by VoidZero, but all of that's still open source. It's still MIT licensed. Like none of that is owned by Cloudflare. They're just paying the developers that are working on it a decent salary.
The Vite core team, not acquired.
Yeah.
Right,
Because Vite
exactly.
is separate. Yes.
And so,
Yeah.
and that's the other news, like $1 million, what do they call it? That Vite ecosystem fund. So they didn't acquire that team, but $1 million is going to the maintainers and anybody else working on it.
Oh
so
man,
$1 million can
I
buy
have
a
a
little
couple
bit of
of Vite
maintenance, yeah.
plugins. Maybe I could get
get some money.
like 100K. I would take 100K for my like directory listing
There you go.
plugin.
You think
Nice.
they're going to give you
my,
100?
or I have like a port killing plugin for Vite.
Yeah.
Or like if something's running on the port, it'll automatically kill it. I would take 100K for that one too. So maybe I'll dip into this fund.
Yeah.
For the ecosystem. Sake of the ecosystem.
I know I do have a Vite one that is a custom DSL plugin for a DSL that went nowhere, and I have to support because I use it on my personal website instead
Yeah.
of just using one of the community ones. But
Yeah.
yes,
And
Beautiful.
it mentioned in their post, but also say it that like Vite still runs everywhere. That's why we love Vite from the beginning. It kind of like unified the build process, made it super easy to build apps.
Yeah.
That's not tied to Cloudflare. You can still use it to build your app, deploy to Vercel, like manually run your own server.
For now.
For now.
well, okay.
No.
So we have experience with this. Syntax acquired by Sentry.
Yeah.
And that was part of the hardest thing of the messaging, to let everyone know Sentry's not controlling
don't freak
syntax.
out.
Yeah.
We are controlling syntax. Our message won't change. The only thing is we won't be sponsored anymore. And
Yeah.
I remember there was a huge amount of stress around that announcement because we didn't want people to get the wrong impression.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell that the Vite team was very clear about like
Right.
it's not happening anywhere.
So I would have encouraged people not to jump to conclusions about that.
Can we talk about the opposite though? If
Yeah.
they were to like
Yeah.
try to make money off of Vite, what would they do?
They turn it orange.
They would no. They would charge for variables.
Oh.
So on the team
Charge for
plan,
variables.
var free, let you get 200 a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
And only 50 const.
Only 50
You know, you
const.
want immutability? That's an enterprise feature.
Gotcha.
Enterprise,
So-
yes.
I think what else could you do?
Yeah, bundle size.
Yeah,
Like-
you want it smaller? Pay
Yeah.
us.
Yeah,
Smaller bundles?
speed
Yeah.
checks.
You can only
yeah.
you can only do like 2 bundles or like a 100 millisecond delay in hot reloading.
Yeah.
You know, remove that extra $100 a month.
Yeah.
Or you could
worth it.
have it play a short ad while
Yes.
you're hot reloading.
Yes, hot reload. Throw an ad up there.
Yes.
You know, JS Nation tickets.
The latest
JS Nation
mobile
would
game.
probably pay for that.
Yes.
all of this is going to get clipped out of context, and they're not going to know that we're we're joking.
Vite is going paid.
Yeah. So, folks, what's the vibe? Leave comments below. Let us know what the vibe is around this stuff. I personally have positive feelings about all of this. So, let us know what you think.
I'm gonna fork it into wheat.
I was gonna say, what would the vibe slap name be?
Wheat.
Wheat?
Vite, meat.
Wheaties.
Yeah, but it has to be what's a cloud
Meat.
version of Vite? Yeah, so I don't know. Vite is now cloud. Cloud now.
Viter, or better Vite.
Better Vite.
Better
yes,
Vite.
Better
Man,
Vite.
I'm
Yes.
sure they have trademark on. Can you trademark the word Vite though? I think you can in the
It's
like
just a-
tooling space.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Cool.
That's all we got.
All right.
Again,
Thanks for tuning in, folks.
Peace.